Mike.
Oh, there you are.
There you go.
Welcome to the show.
There you go. Wagwan. Bless up, how you
Wagwan.
doing?
We good and blessed. You know Kenya love you, right? You know that. You were here. And you know Kenya love.
Come on.
You know it.
Come on. I know the vibe.
Yes, I. Big up, man. And, we just want to say big love. And we've been playing a lot of your music. The whole week we've been waiting for you to come on the show. Everybody's super excited to have you here. And, of course, we've got a couple of questions that we have to ask you. And Musical Sheriff ready with a question number one.
Yo, blessed love. How you doing, man?
Bless up, fam. Wagwan.
Yeah, doing great. Now, you've been heavy on the studio so far. You've been working on numerous singles and an upcoming album, Red Rain.
Right.
But before we get into that, I want to get into your kind of vibe. How are you making it during these difficult times? How are you how is your creative process during this difficult time of Corona and the pandemic and thing?
You know, when the pandemic first hit, for me it wasn't a pandemic. For me it was, we weren't even too sure if COVID was something serious. I mean, this was like, when they were hinting it, and we were like, yeah, whatever. I mean, in January and February, and then in March, it's like, wow, it felt like we had no warning, even though we had so much warning. I mean, I was in Jamaica, and Jamaica was one of the first countries to actually close the borders.
Yes.
So I was there.
Yes.
And then the borders got closed down. For me, first it was like, wow, because I had like 3 or 4 tours lined up, and you don't know if it's going to be a week or 2 weeks, a month or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So at first it hit hard. And then after like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I was like, listen, this is it. This is what's happening. Let's make music. So we decided to just lock down in the studio.
Yes.
And just started making music.
So you just got into your creative process, just making music strictly. And how about Red Rain? How is it coming along?
Yeah, it's almost done. You know what? I could say it's done right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need just one more verse, and then the mixes will all go in and mastering. But it's pretty much done. We're just brainstorming for when is the right time to just drop it.
Yes, I.
Yeah, man. I think Red Rain is going to be amazing. Checking like from the releases that you've just dropped. And let's talk about Can't Stay Sober, which is the first single released through Ineffable Records, which you signed on to now. And it discusses the pros and cons of self-medication and seeing how the pandemic has got all of us locked in. The entire world is just sitting at home doing nothing. And I know here in Kenya people have been sitting at home in groups. And when it's sitting in groups, you know what's next, right? A lot of drinking, a lot of partying in the house.
There's going to be a battle somewhere coming up if there's a group.
Exactly. So it's really interesting that you came up with a concept, Can't Stay Sober. Can you tell us about the drive behind the song?
Basically, as the title says, like, I started realizing that after a month, it was March and then February, March and then April and May, and then I realized, like, every day I'm drunk, like, not even not like slightly buzzed or like every single day I'm waking up drunk. Like, I'm doing great music, but I'm waking up drunk. And like after a week or 2 weeks or whatever, but if this is my life now, like there's a big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not even a small problem; it's a huge
big problem.
So I think I just realized that. Yeah, I realized that, and then I think that was kind of like my effort to kind of tone it down. You know what I mean? I just dove into the idea of just, when alcoholics go to rehab.
Yeah. And
you see the rehab, the video of the rehab. The first thing they're saying is like, "Hi, I'm Konshens and I'm an alcoholic." So like you have to accept it first, and then you deal with the issue. So
exactly.
Can't Stay Sober is basically me dealing with the issue that I had.
Man, I think that's really amazing for you as an artist to like step up and talk about that, because I think a lot of us have the same problem, especially now during the pandemic, but we're all trying to be that Mr. and Miss Positive and trying to keep people moving with just positivity and forgetting that actually there's depression, there's anxiety, there's drinking problems. There are people who have relapsed into drug use, guys who were doing really well until the pandemic, and then they relapsed and went back. So, I mean, big up for that. And yes, we have the new tune that we wanted to talk about, Boom Bang, right? This one is really hot. Yeah, Sheriff.
Yes, talking about Boom Bang with Davido. What an awesome tune! It's already blazing out there in the streets, and of course, it's a big tune in Kenya as well. I'm trying to get behind the thinking of how it got to working with Davido, being that he's one of Africa's biggest artists, also in terms of dancehall and Afro dancer. And how is it? I've also seen that DeMarco also directed the video. How did this all come through together?
I don't know. First of all, condolences to Davido's camp right now. I don't know the person that passed away for them, but I know what it's like, losing somebody that you care about. So condolences to the whole team.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not gonna dive too deep into the song right now. We're gonna talk about other stuff, but I can scratch the surface. Basically, I did that song while in Jamaica, and I decided, listen, I need to have Davido on it. Davido hit me up maybe last year or year before and said, we need to do some work, but it just never happened. You know what I mean? And I've always had it in my mind because I respect a lot of these Afrobeat artists. I respect the genre, and I love Africa. You know what I mean? So naturally a connection was in the works. A producer, this person who is actually executive producing the album is called Johnny Blaze. He hit up Davido's team, and Davido was like, let's go, let's do it. And we went ahead and did it. And it just so happened that we wanted to shoot in Atlanta, and DeMarco has like a crazy team in Atlanta. The great thing is really believe me, DeMarco is the music man. Like, he's making beats, he's writing songs, he's an artist, and now he's a really good director, a really professional director. So it just all came together. We drove up, we flew up, knocked it out, and we're definitely looking for big things from this song, for uniting both genres together, both cultures together. So as soon as it's the right time, we're going to be really going hard with this song.
All right, Konshens. And is there any dancehall artist from Kenya that you think you could maybe work with in the future?
Of course. First of all, I'm not going to start naming names. It's not gonna happen. Big up Ethic Entertainment. You don't know how already.
You already did something with Ethic, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna start naming names and go down the list. There's a lot of talented artists, you know what I mean, and I'm definitely open. I think the market in Kenya needs some more light shown on it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but Kenya needs to be one of those powerhouses in music.
Yeah.
Where Africa is concerned. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to doing whatever I can to help out with that.
Okay, that's super amazing. And of course, we got one more question for you. You said you love Africa, and I was actually at your show. I remember it started raining, and the people didn't care. They were just all up in the place. They just took chairs, and there was just people with chairs covering their heads. I was like, let me see how much love these people have. And it was so much love for you. They didn't care about the rain. They were all out. And so we're asking for a message for Africa and, of course, for Kenya, because we're Kenyan. And, we just want to know, what's your message for Africa right now?
Big up the entire continent of Africa. You know what I mean? Africa has been showing me crazy love from the start of my career. And, it's like dancehall and Jamaica on steroids, the type of love that you get in Africa. But special big up. I don't know if you're broadcasting outside of Kenya, but this big up is just for Kenyan people. Thank you very much for the love that you've been showing me from the start of my career until today. You know what I mean? Even online, a lot of people are confused where I'm really from. If I'm from Kenya or if I'm from Jamaica. And this is because, like, Kenyan people love so hard, even not just in Kenya, But if I'm doing a show in Europe or I have a show tomorrow in Dallas, I'm pretty sure half the people are going to be Kenyan. You know what I mean? So definitely big to Kenya and the love that you've been showing me from ever since.
All right. Big up yourself, Konshens. Thank you so much for joining us on the Season Circle party. And one more thing, we always say right here on a Season Circle, Mana Lion, and you say no cat. So Mana Lion.
No cat.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, man. Right now, we're going to be playing a tune that we've been talking about from Konshens' new album coming up, Red Rain. And this one is Can't Stay Sober. I know the Season Circle party feeling this vibe. Here we go.